Hi guys, welcome to Ancestor Says. How are y'all doing? If you are new to my channel, what's up? Make sure you to hit that like and hit that follow button and become a part of GD Soul Tribe. That also gives your ancestors, guide, spirit team, whatever you subscribe to, um, the green light to know that they could speak to you through me. And if you are new to my channel, don't forget to somebody is really tongue tied. Somebody's really nervous. Collective, you make somebody nervous. Somebody is really attracted to you. Is what I'm getting. Okay, but also to take a moment to watch my disclaimer and disclosure videos, which are pinned to the top of my page. If you are somebody that's been rocking with me through this process, hey, welcome back. So. If you want to donate to my channel, you can send it to my PayPal or Cash App, which is GEDESEER 1010. I am a dark and light empathic reader. Okay? Okay. So, guys, I've been getting a lot of downloads these last few days. The energy has been really heavy, and it's been heavy like somebody's nervous, somebody's mad, somebody's sad. Meanwhile, the collective is just continuing to grow. I feel like a lot of us that's been going through this process has been in isolation and learning when to exude their energy and learning when to pull your energy back, learning how to put you first, learning when to take a step back and take those breaks and rest that you need, because some of us do work other jobs besides delivering messages, and others don't. Others solely, make it do what they do. But to each his own. It doesn't matter either way. We're learning how to distinguish our energy from other people's energy. We're learning how to protect our energies. We're learning how to sharpen up our discernment. We all know when you first jump on your spiritual journey. I don't care how much intuition you have. I don't care how much discernment you feel like, or how good you feel like you are at discerning things. Hold on, guys. How good you think you are at discerning things is always going to grow. It's always more to know. It's always something to learn. The bottom of all my cards was the correct way. You got somebody nervous, like somebody really likes you. And I'm getting that it's a good vibe. Like this is somebody new or somebody that you might have been friends with that you never explored a remote romantic relationship with. I'm also getting that some people in the collective exes are looking and admiring you as well. But yeah. Yeah, it's intense emotions all the way around. Y'all might be saying 111-555-1010-333-999-444. Okay, 1212. Okay. So on the bottom, it says lack of long-term vision, laziness, lack of reward, being delayed, impatience, limited success, and unfinished work. So there's somebody that's watching you from afar, and look, I say watching you, and look at this man looking back like he's watching something. Okay. So there's somebody that's in the background watching you, collective, and they're admiring you. They're feeling lazy themselves. They're feeling like they have a lack of motivation. Somebody feels so much remorse from betraying you, but they also get themselves in a situation that's not easily for them to get themselves out of. At the end of the day, everybody has free will. I'm also getting, it says conflict, battles, fights, violence, aggression, intimidation, competition, hostility, and defeat. We got air signs in this energy. We got Aquarius. We got earth signs. Somebody's a Taurus. Somebody's an Aquarius. Okay, but there's somebody looking back at you. They're really feeling conflicted. Somebody thought that they were going to stop you, block you. Somebody thought that they have done their big one. I'm hearing big one on you, that you were not going to be able to bounce back. But look at you, boo. You bouncing back. Somebody might have liked Bow Wow. Somebody might resemble Bow Wow. That might be significant. I'm hearing like a 1980 or 1980s. Somebody was born in the 1980 era. Somebody is looking at you utilize what you've been through and turning it into work for you. That look, that also takes me to a thing where that I literally was sitting to myself like, what in the world? There are people that try to use your past to hurt you. They wanted you to be sad about whatever childhood wounding you had, which brings me to say this. We all went through stuff in our childhood that I don't like to say really childhood trauma, because I feel like it more so turns into a PTSD to us. So like if you had somebody like abandonment, you know what I'm saying? So you're always worried about being abandoned. But I don't say trauma because you're a child. And what you go through as a kid, you cannot control. You couldn't have got a job. You couldn't have moved. You can't decide or choose what your parents do or don't do for you, whether they show up, they don't show up for you. If you've been in a situation where you was SA'd, I mean, even if you fought back, I'm sure the adult could have overpowered you. Like, if you grew up in poverty, you, like I said, you couldn't run out and get a job as a kid. So how is that your burden to carry? And I think a lot of times it gets projected onto us so that the adults in the situation feel less shameful or guilt, because you end up carrying the burden of that. And then when you end up carrying it, you end up making decisions in your life that aren't always favorable, or you get in this lack mentality or this crabs in a barrel mindset, So it's like nothing's ever enough, or you're always constantly chasing money. And we all know if you chase money, it runs from you. That's why you do what you got to do. You follow your passions. You trust yourself, your ideas, and you put that energy there. You think positive, like you know everything's gonna work out for you. You know it's gonna be whatever it is that you need it to be, and you just move diligently. If you put your energy into things that you're passionate about in terms of work, service, build a lot of I was building a business, then that's going to work out for you. Anything that is put on your heart and you desire to do in terms of giving back is what you're meant to do. Whether you listen to that intuition or thought, or you ignore it, or you are so boggled down by your job that you're working that is might be in a position that you really don't want to be in, to discourage you from taking time to build that other business or whatever that passion is on the side, that's up to you. Like, no, it's not easy. It ain't easy. Blood, sweat, tears. You're going to have good days. You're going to have bad days. Angry, sad, discouraging. I mean, it is what it is. Nothing that you get that's going to be sustainable is going to be easy, if you understand what I'm saying. Unless you like inherit a business, something that's just been passed down generational to generational, which is generational wealth when you build a foundation like that. But you're going to have ups and downs. There's no business here on this planet that don't have ups and downs. You might not always hear or see them, but they do, because that is life. Okay? That's life. But moving on. We're getting to the point where we are really understanding more than the eye can see, which ultimately is helping you, us, because I'm a part of the collective too, get to a place of peace, a place of determination, and learning how to balance spirituality in your everyday life. Learning how to balance yourself out in whatever situations that come your way, whatever you had to face. You're learning your triggers and how to figure out why that triggered you, what does that stem from, and how you can fix it within you. Fixing stuff within you will automatically make things outside of you reflect in that way. It fixes things in your life. You go about life and tasks more effectively, more focused, and willingly. If you wake up in a bad mood, everything around you seems to go bad, because that's the energy you're exuding, and that's what's going to respond to you. And that does not mean you're going to feel jolly holly every day. Somebody is in heat. Somebody's cat is in heat. Somebody's cat starts doing that. I call it a cry, scream. I don't know. It's a different kind of purr when the cat is in heat. And they start at like 4 in the morning, or they start at 4:22 this morning today, but around 4. And somebody else on another piece of energy, somebody's ex is in heat, but they're in heat for a particular energy, and it's the one that you carry. It's your energy signature they're in heat for. I can't even say that this person is sorry about the choices they made, because the choice they made, they were really solid on that decision. They just knew, they thought, they knew that was what it is. They stood 10 toes down on it. If it was anything they chose over you, whether it was another person, whether it was money, whether it was their family, like, they 100% had faith in it, and they loved it more than you at the time. Sometimes we have to learn how to sit in the reality and take it. Now this person is yearning for you, like learning for your sexual energy. Somebody thought that, two things, okay? One person in this energy thought that holding back on you was going to make you want them, because they got a good stroke game, from what I'm getting. But it's not all about that to you, and you match their energy. Like, you can't lie, you're the best they ever had, is what I'm However, this person placed themselves on a pedestal, and you are beneath them and their partner. Not both of them is yearning you, because this person is taking your energy back to this partner. But this female is a dark witch. You're a light witch. This person got a thing for witches. He know how to smell them out. Look, Page of Pentacles. Goal-oriented, ambition, loyal, faithful, planner, financial opportunity, manifestation, trustworthy, and skill development. This person sees you in your power. They know that you are somebody that chase their goals. They know you're somebody that don't give up on your dreams. They know you're somebody that stand 10 toes down for you and anything that you love. They know that everything you touch is turns to gold. Somebody has a North Node in Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. Somebody was trying to affect your stability. And your stability will be built upon you doing what you're called to do. Using your voice, being a guide to other people. Either being a guide for them through their spiritual journey, religious, whatever. Because me, I think it's all the same. Spirituality, religion, it's all the same. People try to make it seem like it's something so different, but it's not. It's all the same. It's just different practices. A different approach. But there's one guide. Either you believe in them or you don't. It don't matter what title you put on there. Now, it's a whole other thing when we talk about actions and how people utilize their knowledge, their power, or their gifts. That's a whole different story. We ain't even going down a negative rabbit hole. We're going to go over what comes out. But Somebody got a their right side of their car is dented because they got into a fender bender. The car is white. It looks like a pretty fancy car. I'm hearing a Bentley or something. Somebody got a Bentley. Or somebody wrecked somebody else's car. Like a male maybe let a female drive a car. They might get in a fender bender, Bentley, something of that sort. Anyway, that's a confirmation for somebody. I'm hearing March. Something about March. Somebody's birthday's in March. All right. So let's see. Can I get more on this? Yeah, I don't even know what this card is. Let me tell you, I've learned a lot of what I know from my guides, from like meditations, from dreams, from my own research. And just because I don't get on here and pull cards, like I'm in tune with my cards, and I get it outside of just the cards too. You just gotta trust your messages and your signs, and that's for somebody. Somebody's been having a hard time because they've been like hard. They want confirmations, 10 confirmations on one thing before they react and move on. Your guys are needing you to accept the messages like you know what you know, okay? That's what I'm getting. Somebody regrets this long-term investment thing. They regret not investing in you. This person regrets not investing in you. They also know now that you're innocent of whatever it is that people were saying you're doing. Confirmation. Somebody's going through their own awakening. There are other people that feel bad for judging you. You know, they feel like that whoever they were listening to has misled them. But that's why you have to go figure stuff for your own, okay? These cards, you see this card landed right here sideways? And this is a need for control, frugally, I don't know what that is, whatever. Saving money, blocking change, fear of change, and hoarding and greed. So something significant about this month. Somebody might come to you. The 19th is significant, and the 10th. Somebody's birthday is on the 10th of a month. Somebody's birthday is on the 19th of the month. Somebody is a Capricorn. All right, so I might be speaking on you or their energy. The person in your energy, your ex, is, and then it's a new person that's watching, and then there's an ex. Somebody that this ex is tied to, a female that this ex tied to is in there too, and then it's like a mother and daddy or a couple. Like it's a lot of people in this energy. So take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This could be about your ex, their new person, your mom, dad, your stepmom, and your dad that you don't know. Somebody father is watching them, but this father you don't know. Again, I keep picking up on the energy. Somebody don't know who their father is. These two I got like this, right? But they were sitting, their face up if I'm sitting this way, but they're reversed to y'all. So that just gives me like, it's people feeling different ways. People in this group, they're all feeling differently about the long-term investment they made to cause you conflict, to cause fights. And I'm also getting that these people are fighting, okay? Because you are innocent, you are a good investment. People are wishing they would have trusted their instincts on investing in you. Somebody chose loyalty over their loyalty to another person, that over their own intuition, but now they're finding out this person ain't loyal to nobody but what they want. And that's not the first time this person has done this. Whoever this karmic female is, and somebody get offended by the word karmic. Let's break down karmic. A unhealed person. Somebody that moves around doing things that creates more karmic debt. A karmic to me. That's what a karmic is to me. You might be saying 666. But everybody's been karmic. I used to be karmic too. I used to make choices off of impulse and emotion and ignore my logical thinking because I've always knew better. But did I always choose to do better? No. What fun was in that? But now I know. What did I get out of that but becoming that person that did stuff to me? If I do what you do, I'm you. No, I don't want to be like you. I don't want to be angry. I don't want to feel like that. I don't want to feel like I got to go against free will to get what I want, manipulate energies. I don't want to feel like I got to put in a whole lot of extra work to make somebody like me, attracted to me, or anything. I want to be me and that be enough. Just like I'm okay with other people just being them. What you don't have, you can always gain. And what you do have, you can always lose. So to be upset about the way that the cookie crumbles and life goes, knowing that you cannot control it, would be it's crazy work to me. So do I want to be like you? No. Do I want people to only like me because I have money, because I'm rich, because I can buy friends and fans? No. Because what happens when that money gone? It's gone. Can they help you then? No. What happens when those looks fade? Do they love you still? No. What happens when things aren't so well? It's desolate. Are they loyal and rocking with you when you walking? When you don't have nowhere to lay your head? When you have no name brand on? When you ain't even got no food to eat? Where are they? I'll wait. You see, people sit here and they pride themselves out of that admiration of other people that only admire the fact that they have material wealth. And some of these people that are around you and admire your material wealth, they don't even like you as a person. They don't like you. They like your money. And what happens the day that God decides it's time for you to learn your lesson and all of it dwindles away? Who are you then? I'm just saying. Don't get mad at me. I'm just reporting what they're saying. Somebody has a new perspective and they are surrendering. You know, somebody's trying to liberate themselves. Somebody's trying to prove that they are worthy of the woman with the worthy heart. Wow, I like how that came out. Okay. Somebody is depressed about missing the opportunity. You know, they feel like they were bamboozled. You know, this keeps coming out. Somebody's feeling disconnected from you. Somebody's feeling really, really bored in the situation that they are in. These are two different people. You got two exes that filled away. Somebody's feeling like they want to get themselves in order, get themselves in line because maybe you and this person didn't have a terrible ending, and they are seeing you through a different point of view. While this other person has somebody got a moon sign in Cancer, and their moon sign is, or their moon sign is a water sign, or somebody didn't speak up to defend you, so they know that they didn't X out. Because look, if you dating anybody and they let people do and say and carry on however they want to about you, that's not your person. I don't care what the confirmation. I don't care what you did. If somebody sleep beside you every single night, but they go outside and go around other people and talk about you, that's not your person. How can you be with somebody at the most vulnerable time of day, sleep, night? And if y'all together, y'all sleeping in the same bed, we know you are fornicating, and then turn around and talk about the same person, can't stand the same person. For me, I can't trust you. When I see people drag their partners, when I see people talk like the worst stuff about their partners, I will never trust you, because this is the person that you're the most vulnerable with, and you don't even like them, and you're talking about them. So why would I think for a moment you wouldn't do that to me? Even people that disrespect their parents. Like, this is a person that had you, and granted, some parents done been put effed up. That means cut them off. Don't disrespect them. Don't try to get back at them. Don't poison them. Somebody out here is crazier than a motherfucker. Cut them off. And on another sense, there's somebody that grew up with a spoon in their mouth and never even seen a day of hardship. And this also is a person that's a scammer and a thief. Their whole family are scammers and thieves and doing insurance schemes and are going to court right now and playing black magic. This person tried to make fun of another person because they were struggling. What? This is the same person that wants to take your spot. This is the same person that wants to lead and guide people and want people to look up at them. But most of the people in the population that this assignment was made for to guide spiritually are coming out of poverty. But you never felt it, and you make fun of people that have. But you want to guide them. Judgment. Who is this person? Who is this person that was, who's this person, spirit? Who's this person that wants to guide people and be a leader for people in poverty that cause you conflicts and fights? That cause the collective conflicts and fights. Who is this person? I have a King of Swords. A man. So this is a male figure of authority, of power, high standards. This person wants to be seen as a man. Somebody's birthday is June and somebody's birthday is May. We got a Gemini and a Taurus. Somebody that acts like they are a spiritual guide. Somebody acts like their third eye is wide open. Somebody that acts like, oh, I care about the people. But this person looks down on people. This person wants to guide the people they look down on. This person wants to always feel like they're on top and better. But this screams out to me a gatekeeper. Because if you look down on people that went through poverty, why would we, because I face that, why would we trust you to give us the key when you want to be the only one with the key? 1220. Y'all might be seeing 222 or 1222. Now, this person has been trying to, this is one of the people that's been attacking you. This person wanted you to stay in conflict with what you didn't have and what you did have. But like I said, these people were attacking you when you were going through your dark night of the soul. These people are about to start going through what you went through. Everything these people done to you is backfiring. You know that my energy pools are timeless. So whenever you see it, this is for you. This could be future, past, or present. This is present in looking forward to the future information. Whoever this person is that was laughing, that put you in poverty, these people was doing spell work on the 3D world, because we're talking about what's happening around us in the material world. This person is about to go through the same thing. It's a fire and an air sign that we're speaking on. Somebody's a Taurus, somebody's a Gemini. Somebody's birthday is in June, somebody's birthday is in May. This person was laughing when they thought that their spell work was working to have you in lack, but really you were going through a spiritual awakening and you were paying back karmic debt. And you're the star. They wanted to turn your light out because they wanted your light. Somebody just got done with spiritual court, and if you don't know what spiritual court is and what I mean by that, just go ahead and look it up. And don't forget, I got Impact 101 videos that you can go through, and some of those spiritual terms you hear me use, that's in there. I know I need to make some more. I already got like 2 or 3 more words that I want to. But you're the star. Somebody sees your light. Somebody got it all wrong. Somebody wanted to attack your crown chakra. Somebody is Aquarius. Somebody, you're north. This is your north or your rising sign in Aquarius. Somebody's an air sign and then they have a north or rising sign in Aquarius. But you are innocent in this situation. Somebody wanted to drag you in spiritual court like you did something wrong and have you go through these things or make it look like you were going through karma. When in reality, they were doing spell work to try to inflict it on you. And also, somebody wanted to make you feel hopeless. Somebody wanted to make you feel like you didn't have any direction. But being that you are innocent and you always figure out a way, you are feeling inspired. You have hope. You have direction. You're feeling renewed. You're trusting in God. Really, they were trying to demolish your faith. They wanted you to feel like you were nothing when you were everything. Sucks to be them. You're a very optimistic person. And you're just minding your own business and people are still trying to throw spell work at you. People are still trying to slow you down. This is somebody of authority or this well-known around wherever he's at. Somebody wants to offer you a cup. I'm also getting somebody that was indecisive about you and that feels bad and try to act like it doesn't bother them, that you're not messing around with them. They want to offer you a cup and you keep saying no. So now they're trying to throw more spell work at you. You're in hermit mode and you've been in hermit mode. You've been introspecting. You've been reflecting. You've been planning. I keep hearing planning. Right now, goals, like, you've been doing what you're supposed to do. God and your ancestors are proud, and that keeps coming out. I really want somebody to know. A star that's in hermit mode, that's starting to come out of hermit mode, that was innocent and felt like they took the brunt of all this stuff. Somebody had Capricorn in their chart, somebody had Capricorn, Aquarius, and Air in their chart, and also somebody is a Taurus. A Taurus is feeling regretful. Confirmation. Okay. And also, now these people are going to be going through everything that you went through. These people wanted to force you in solitude, but that fire that they tried to put upon you is what molded you even more sharp. And also, your ancestors and God and your spirit team allowed some of the energy your way so you could learn what spiritual warfare was. So you can learn how to protect yourself and defend yourself. And this is another thing I was going to say. Y'all ever come across anybody, any reader, including me, that ever instruct you not to defend yourself, not to use return senders, or not assist you in doing them, just like me speaking it out, like anything sent towards me and my collective energy in any way, shape, or form that is of the light or going through a spiritual awakening, we return that energy back to that person immediately tenfold. And all you have to do is tell your ancestors you accept and give them permission to step in and handle it for you. Then they're not for you. That's easy to say, free to say, and anybody can do it. You always have to give your ancestors consent and permission to step in and do anything for you. And if you are not doing that, then they're warning you, but they can't help you. You have to give them permission. And don't let anybody tell you anything different. So somebody's going into solid mode, something about a death. And when I say death, I don't always mean physical death. It could be death in finances, death in your business, death in your popularity. And it could mean a physical death. Because somebody is in hermit mode because of the things they got. And they're going through changes. And they know the cycle is ending. And somebody's karma is just getting started. Now, everything these people put on you, look how that turns out is. Everything these people put on you, they're going to have to go through. And they don't have half the strength you got. And they're already panicking and freaking out because it just started. They haven't even scratched the surface of their karma yet. They can't. They're at the beginning. They're buckling at their knees while you are at the end, and you went through it by yourself, and it's a whole group of them. Everything they wished and put on you, they know is coming back to them. Somebody was trying to dig up some type of jar spell they did, or jar they put in the ground. Somebody's trying to something about a love spell. Y'all know them love spells that backfire. A lot of times it ends in, I'm not even going to say it. Whatever word pops in your head, yes. Backfired love spells end in that. Not all of them. It either ends in that or it ends in a close call to that. Now somebody's in depression. Somebody's feeling weak. Somebody's feeling sad. Somebody's angry about being a part of this, and they didn't even do the research to get to know you. This might be the person that want to come towards you with a fake ass apology. Somebody only wants to come back because they want your energy. There's a Scorpio, a Virgo as well. Scorpio, Virgo. That's the second time I've seen Scorpio. Somebody wants to have a heart to heart with you. Somebody's feeling very anxious about it. Somebody wants to come tell you the truth, but they're very nervous. They have a lot of fighting and arguing going on. Somebody's watching you celebrate while they're juggling. Somebody knows the problems they're going through, that you could help them because you're a nurturer, you're a healer. Somebody wants to be your lover. There might be a Leo, Sagittarius, or a Aries. There's a male, 2 men, and a woman. I don't know. Somebody wants to come celebrate with you, and I'm also getting that you will be celebrating because you're about to get a new lover. Somebody knows that they're that whatever it is that you two had going on is over. Okay? Now let's see. What else we got in energy? So I've been trying not to get deep into like a bunch of dark and negative energy, not for nothing besides the fact that either way it goes, whatever has happened, right? And it's just, look, it's time to move on. Time. It's time for you to take all those lessons and just toss them out. Whatever type of way that you feel the need to really cleanse yourself of all that energy, do. Because somebody's in sorrow and you might be feeling that because they didn't take their intuition. Somebody's feeling sorrow because they didn't use their intuition. They let other people guide them. They want to apologize to you. And they're trying to cling onto your energy. Okay? But you've been cleansing your energy. Somebody's shocked at your healing. Somebody's been getting readings on you. They're shocked at your new beginning. They're shocked at your healing. They're shocked at your new beginning. And they're shocked at your commitment. Also, somebody wants to come commit to you. That's from your past life. They want a second chance. They want to commit to you. They want a second chance. But they're trapped. And the person they're trapped with, they're at their breaking point with. They see that you are important and you are valuable. And they were chasing thrills. And the signals was mixed up. But divine timing is here. You're being released from this twin flame dynamic. Somebody sees you as beautiful. And that you've been in solitude. And they're sorry for rejecting you. Look. They're sorry for rejecting you. Look. And it was a mistake. They are daydreaming about you. They think you're mysterious. And they see that you have a lot of possibilities. You have a lot coming in for you. Congratulations. Congratulations. You're in a healing period, a restless period right now. And somebody, other people in the collective are building. They're building on their, whatever endeavor that you've been investing your time in. Now that you have, your whole family is in conflict about you. These people are going through emotional storms and turmoil. They wanted to bind you. And somebody else is binded to the memories of betraying you. And there's somebody in the distance. Somebody feels empty and shallow. And now they're looking at this difference. I'm also getting that when they already felt whatever about you and they were silent about it. Somebody's being quiet about how broken they are because of the cloudy judgment they had about you, Divine Feminine. Look. Silence about and broken about cloudy judgment on the Divine Feminine. And the final goodbye they said to you. They want to escape this judgment. They want to escape with their end. This person about to come start chasing you because they want you to trust them. But I'm also getting they want to confuse you. So somebody wants to come chasing you and they want you to trust them and build a foundation with you. But they already built a foundation with somebody they was blessed off of. So even if they do come your way, they're still tied to this karmic feminine. They're both karmic, and when I say karmic, unhealed. People are refused. A part of healing is confessing your sins. And not only confessing your sins, but God requires you to confess what you did to that person or other people that, that put you in a position where you're feeling like you need to change your life around, a spiritual awakening. That you need to do better. And I'm talking to spiritually inclined folks. So if you don't understand what I'm saying, like I always say, you can either go look up like a spiritual awakening or the dark night of the soul or anything of that sort, so you can get a better gist of what I'm saying. This energy pool is not always going to resonate with everybody, but if you do, I'm happy to be of service to you. And if you don't, then just enjoy your time and take our land. Just enjoy it. Just enjoy the story. So let's see, 222 on the clock. All right, so I'm about to close this out. We're going to talk about, first I'm going to get what is somebody is flipping out that was juggling you. Somebody thought you were like an endless choice. Basically, what I'm getting off of that, they thought you would never leave. Like this person thought that you were just going to let them do what they want, and you were going to be okay with sliding in the back seat. They thought you were, that's why they did send out energy. They were manipulating energy to make you feel insecure. I'm also getting that somebody was going to a false reader and trusting this person to give them guidance when they got more spiritual rank than the false reader. They're karmic because they are tied to a karmic. And the Wheel of Fortune is in your favor. And you have endless favor. You also have a King of Pentacles in your energy. And this is your judgment because you deserve somebody. And I'm also getting that somebody else, you are a female, you're a King of Pentacles in your own energy. And that was going to attract somebody of the same stature. I'm going to pull something from our Truth deck. And then I'm going to, y'all know, I always like to give a lot of my readings are talking about the lessons we face, whether you're still karmic or you are evolving or you going repeating a cycle. Talk about where people are in the energy today, and a lot of these energy pools have been kind of repetitive because the same person is getting eclipsed out your energy. I do feel a new person as well, and I feel like you should go get a personal reading because people be spiritually attacking this collective group. This is under 144 so much that the ancestors don't like to put out too much of your incoming information, nor do they want you putting it out. It's actually to give you an update on where you are and to let you know that they're here, they're watching. They know you. They know you. You've been noticing it seems like they've been quiet. That's because you're going through tests right now, and these people are going through trial. Look how that came out. Somebody wants to reconcile with you. They want to reconcile so much. Give us more on this reconcile energy, spirit. Somebody wants you to understand. Somebody wants to repair. See, missing you, and they're looking at your photographs. You're single, and you're firm on that. You're single. You're firm on that. I'm also getting is you're standing firm in your power. You are standing firm on your beliefs. You're standing firm on you, your respect, and what you deserve as you should. You're independent, and this was all divine timing. Why somebody's feeling like y'all have unfinished business. Somebody that you might have had an affair with, or somebody that had an affair on you and rolled the dice. I'm getting that it's a male in this energy that feels like they have unfinished business with you, but that had an affair on you and took a chance on investing in the other woman and throwing you out and your kid out like y'all were nothing. They're feeling tormented by it. They're having legal issues. Something about a house that they stole. And also somebody being addicted to you and your energy and trying to make you hurt. Somebody stole a house and property for you. You're about to see a miracle. It's hitting in the energy. It's in the shadows. You are about to be blessed for all that you've been through. Some of y'all might be seeing little indications of that, little things been happening that's like, oh my God, really, wow. It could be something as subtle as somebody behind you paying for your food or coffee in the morning, or it could be something subtle as you scratching a scratch off and making a small win, $10, $15 I'm hearing. It could also be something as simple as somebody pumping your gas for you, opening your door, you getting a bonus at work, you know, a check in the mail that you weren't expecting. There's a lot that somebody's been silent about. There's a lot of truths that have not been told. People are keeping quiet. The person that's trying to marry you, somebody's watching you. Because this also gives me watching. So somebody's been watching you. Somebody's been stalking you. A female has been stalking another female over a man, like in real 3D life. Somebody's been stalking your home, but there's been divine intervention. Somebody's going to be stopped in their track. I'm getting car accident, again, as I referred to earlier. Somebody be driving a rental car. They're following you. Somebody wants to fight you. But you're sitting here ascending. You got your ancestors watching over you, and your ancestors been on somebody's ASS, and people are wondering, how are you doing that? Somebody's thinking, somebody summoned up some dark spirits, like real life dark spirits. Like somebody's been might be seeing little shadows out the corner of their eye, or stuff been falling and nobody's in there or near there. Okay, right. Somebody's sending some dark energy to you, right? But little do they know you're not scared of the dark. You're not scared of ghosts. You're not scared of spirits. From what I'm getting, somebody has seen real life stuff that is supposed to be unseen, which is one of your talents. You're a seer. Okay, born with. Okay, that you aren't scared of stuff like that. Meanwhile, this other person is scared of ghosts and spirits and everything else, but they want to play in it, you know? Somebody wants to play with things that they didn't even believe in, and now they're seeing it in real life. See how that card flew out? And now they're scared. Somebody feels like it's a miracle that spirits and your ancestors and the way they can touch down in the physical is a miracle. Also, if somebody's looking at you as a walking miracle, somebody that has passionate love for you. But now this person is forbidden. Somebody's, again, this energy, soul is crying out for you. I'm guessing, and I'm also getting that your soul and you being high vibe and you being in your path and on your journey and you following your calling makes your soul call out or send out for this lover. This is going to be wish fulfillment for you and your person. Y'all will have commitment. I'm getting somebody's going to message you that ran away from you as well. Somebody might try to pull up on you. Somebody wants to fight you. Somebody also wants you to help and you to give wisdom. Somebody wants to reconcile with you, has been asking other people about you and asking for advice. And they also been trying to send love spells at you to soften your heart, sweeten spells or something. So you'll let them back in. This person I'm planning on being faithful. They haven't even changed. In another sense, I'm getting the person might have changed. But take that information back to your own spirit team because everybody is not reconcilable. Okay? But again, like I said, everything was a lesson to be learned, right? Yep, it was. Somebody looks at you as an inspiration and you spark in somebody's heart, but they don't tell you this. You put a spark in somebody's heart. Hold on. I'm sorry, that came out. You spark somebody's heart and it's unspoken. They look at you as theirs. Somebody that wants to make a promise to you because they miss you. Somebody's letting go of fear, or they watch you let go of fear. Somebody is your twin flame. They're breaking all these illusions. Somebody's watching you strive and be hopeful. This person's wanting you. Somebody's watching you. They want you to forgive. They want to come be transparent with you. Okay? But also watch out for signs and synchronicities. This is a test. You have to use your intuition and your discernment. Take it back to your ancestors to see what you're supposed to do with it. You know, I can't give you the answers just like nobody else. Nobody can give me the answers. Some things, they're just testing your discernment. And we go through 101 tests. Please, and I'll do too. I'll be like, again? You said it was over. I get it. I totally get it. Like, oh my God, another one, another test. But you do have a King of Pentacles coming in that match your vibration that you will be able to celebrate with. Y'all will be, it's the, see, it was just, you do. There's also another female in your energy that's watching you because they're obsessed with this King of Pentacles. Somebody sees you as their person. Somebody sees you as their guide. Somebody sees you as everything. Meanwhile, you're minding your business. There are other energies around this energy that hates that confirmation. They hate that this person looks at you that way. Somebody wanted to be put on a pedestal, and they were. But once they couldn't siphon or clone or mirror your energy, their real self came out. And their true self, this masculine is not liking what I'm seeing. Again, you are of a royal bloodline or lineage, and this masculine is too. Now, whether y'all ended up together or not, that's a whole different story. I mean, but y'all were twin flames, and both of y'all are of royal lineages, okay? Confirmation. This female is not, or this person had gifts, but what they use them for, it's crazy. But understand, this person did not just do this for this energy, this karmic. She can only do this to you. And this person, in some instincts, somebody in y'all family is like a cousin. Somebody else is a stepsister. But in most situations, they're estranged. Like, you don't know them. Somebody is telling you, you about to find out that the person you thought was your father is not your dad. And you even may have a paper saying that's your dad. I don't know. Take it how it resonates. It's not. Something is so much deeper than what you think it is, but this is the energy. It's still the same shit, different day type of thing. Like, this man, now the difference is this man is going through an awakening, right? But this female's pregnant or something. She's pregnant. This man is wanting you. He's wanting to walk away from this woman for you, but where does the healing come in at? Think about it. Look how long you've been by yourself to heal. This man wants to leave one situation and come straight to you, you know? I don't know if it's for you or not, but for me, it's taking back to your ancestors, your discernment. Now, if y'all know somebody that done crossed you many lines and you take them back, that's on you. But just know, others have an ex trying to come in, but you still have a soulmate. Like, yeah, somebody's ex is their twin flame, but somebody also has a soulmate from a past life too that's coming in. You have a choice to make. All right, Holy Spirit, my ancestors, God, Spirit, whichever one that's here conducting this message with us. I ask you for a closing card or reflection topic, subject for me and the collective of light and dark energies. Anybody that was affected by this situation, anybody that's included in this message, and we get a closing card for all of us to take with us and reflect and helping us grow, both light and dark. I know a lot of people I read for are empaths as well, or spiritually gifted in one way or another. Not everybody is an empath. However, I know I read for spiritually gifted folks. There's a resolution coming to this whole cycle. The cycle is closing. The resolution is near. You know? It says, whatever it is that you've been struggling with is about to be resolved. Remember that resolutions don't always happen in the way we hope or want, but be able to move forward and start fresh always brings yourself relief. So I'm getting this two ways. And this, for whoever this masculine is that is awakening, like, even if you don't get this twin flame that you are now feeling enlightened for, that does not mean don't continue to change. Somebody wants to change particularly because they want to be with a specific person. But even if that does not turn out to be the case, still keep making choices and moving forward to better yourself in your life. And this karmic is just not it. She has so much healing to do, so much spiritual debt. You have spiritual debt to pay too, but you've been paying it because she's part of your karma, to be honest with you. But this woman has no interest in changing. I'm also getting for another person's twin flame, he has no interest in changing. These people want you to be a part of their relationship. They want a poly thing going on. I'm getting that the divine feminines I'm reading for right now has already left these situations, and this is just what's going on around you. You've been focusing on building yourself, building your pockets, I'm hearing, building your business, building your relationship with your kids. I'm also hearing like it's a divine masculine that's walked away from a bunch of chaos and that's been single and in solitude, and he's been building on just being a father. He also knows that two people are getting guided together that are very, 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 very powerful spiritual beings, and that power will be shown in the physical once they are together, because y'all will be building something together. You got what y'all got on your own, yes, but y'all also will be building something that's going to be dynamic together. Confirmation. It's going to take off. Okay? One more card. I love that. I love, like, reflecting used to get on my nerves. I'm like, when my ancestors used to introspect, I'd be like, what the? Yo, I'm telling you, I used to have a very short fuse. When I was going through my dark negative stuff, I had a very short fuse. I'd be so mad at my ancestors. I'd be talking to God. I'm like, why do y'all keep wanting me to reflect, introspect, find the answer? The answer's within you. I used to get so mad. And now, I look at it in such a different light because it gives me goosebumps. I've mastered meditation. Like, when they used to like meditate, I'm like, I pray, of course, too. I pray first. God is number one, always. My ancestors, that's my babies. But despite what else I subscribe myself to, I never forget that God is number one. Some people get into spirituality, right? And they start learning about the different gods and goddesses and deities and spirits and all these other things we have accessible to us, especially if you're spiritually gifted. And the things that some of these deities and stuff you subscribe to will give you answers overnight, over day. They make it shake, but at what cost? Then they start praising these deities and other spirits and other things more than they acknowledge God. And that's where the issue coming at, and that's how you get led off track. Despite whatever else you subscribe to, I love the F out my ancestors. But they know, and God know, I love him first. Period. He made them first and then made me. He made them first and then made me. And anybody's ancestors know and understand that. So even if you make offerings to your ancestors, don't forget about God. Even if you give him the same thing, add his name to that offering, add his name to that paper. Don't forget about God, yo. No matter where life takes you, no matter how much abundance and blessings and all that stuff that comes your way, know that God first allowed it. Your ancestors do the footwork. God created us and created this like this. Respect, honor, love, cherish, acknowledge your ancestors. Love on them too. But don't ever, ever forget or neglect your love, appreciation, and gratitude for God first. Okay? Last message. Obligation. Stop telling yourself you should when you cater to others or to unnecessary expectations of yourself, and stop your flow of abundance. So this is for this masculine that's going through his awakening. Be obligated to you. Be obligated to what you need. Be obligated to your truth. Confirmation. You might be saying 000 or catching a bunch of twos. 0202. Somebody's birthday's on the 20th. Somebody's birthday's February the 20th. 2020 is significant as well. But show yourself. You have to be brave. Speak up for you. Surrender. Trust. Have faith. Know that even if things don't work out exactly how you want, that's where that test of faith comes in at. Is just because God didn't give you exactly what you asked for, are you still going to believe in him? Are you still going to trust in him? Are you still going to walk that walk? Or are you going to give up because he didn't give you the man you wanted? You're going to give up because he didn't give you the job you wanted. He gave you what you needed. He didn't give you your abundance in a way that you were praying for, but he gave it to you in a different way still. Right? He didn't give it to you in the same form as it was taken. Say somebody stole your inheritance money. Somebody stole something that belonged to you that's supposed to come to you. Judgment's calling. Everybody's getting their karma. In what way? They might get their karma and getting caught up in or getting in trouble for something they did 3-4 years back, but get excessive amount of time for that issue they did 3-4 years back. And no, it's because of all the fucked up shit they did to you and everybody else outside of you that they did it to. You might get your abundance and your business thriving, but in the midst of your business thriving, you meeting somebody that matches your vibe and y'all being able to get together and then building your whole dynasty, and you never have to work hard or worry about money again. But if you promise God, oh God, if you do this for me in this way, that way, you don't go and give back because he didn't put it in your hand. Instead, he put it in your hand. Confirmation. Be grateful for what you need, because you might be somebody that needs more financial literacy before you deal or handle with that type of money. And this man might have a lot of financial literacy to bring to the table, while you might got more rank, protection, and pull and connection spiritually. But they're interested in spiritually, and y'all both might be powerful in both ways and just be two peas in a pod. Who knows? But be open to receive. You done did the hard work. Some in the collective. So be accepting and open in a way that those blessings and that dharma come to you. Because humbleness and our ego is one of the first things that gets stripped away from us. And we don't even be knowing it. The things we praise. I know me, I love makeup. I always love makeup, right? But I had to go through a phase in my spiritual awakening of poverty and lack due to some ancestral stuff that I've learned throughout my journey about and how and why. And one of them things that threw away my ego is me not being able to do and get the things that I wanted. But I had to, and also had to sacrifice a lot. Sacrifice everything. When I say everything, I'm starting from nothing right now, current time. But right now, current time, I have more than what I had last year going through my dark night of the soul at this time. So how would I say that it's not true and it don't work? It takes time. It takes time for everything to fall off and fall apart and you lose it. It takes time for those sacrifices to come to the 3D surface. You might be sacrificing everything and losing everything gradually. But that's because when everything's taken, it's shock if it all falls out in one day. Though that you agreed and said, okay, Lord, I sacrifice it all to follow your way and your path. But you lose everything gradually, and then in that mix, you're having to address the things that is triggering. That's the point of it. And I know for a long time, I'm like, I didn't understand it. I understood it, but I didn't agree with it, you know? But I was willing to take a chance with it, because what else did I have? I couldn't depend on people. I couldn't depend on nothing around me, because my brokenness was inside. It wasn't outside. And I had to learn that nothing around me could heal what I need to fix inside of me. I wanted to become the person that I like to present myself to be. in terms of confidence, in terms of faith, because I've always been a believer in God. I've always stood on faith. But when my faith was tested, I had to ask myself, what was I going to do? And when I made that choice and I answered that call, it was easier said than done. Because I'm saying that, but when I start losing stuff, start hearing things like connecting with my ancestors type of thing, start being judged by other folks, losing places, people, things, start challenging myself to react in different ways, which again make people think either you guilty, you a punk, you this, that, so what? I had to learn how to drop my ego. I had to drop my ego and learn how to pay attention to the signs. And no matter how many like reading or whatever I could get, I could read cards through. And it's like my ancestors really pushed on me to learn to look at the answers like within. That's all I kept getting. Like it's within you. It's within you. Like you gotta like I couldn't put it all together until I got my own stuff and started putting together for myself, because some stuff is meant only for you and your bloodline and your lineage. And some things will be different for you in some ways that you are led to handle stuff, to do stuff, whether it's per candles, whether it's per enchanting, whether it's incantation, whatever it is. Everybody's bloodline has their own energetic signature. And you will fuck up listening, trusting, and following everybody else but you. Confirmation. You have an obligation to yourself. I'm going to pull this last one. And take this. Y'all might be saying 911. Take this opportunity and jump on that fresh start. You can surrender it all. You're going to gain it back. You're also going to pay that karmic debt back. But you will be protected while you're doing it. If that is of what you're supposed to be doing, you can stay in the same cycles. And for the other part of the collective that's already did this, that's that is literally rebuilding themselves right now these days from nothing, your first start is here. Congratulations. I hope I gave you some clarity. And now, as I always say, remember to pray. Bye, guys.